Hello everyone, welcome to Science Books Review. And today I'm gonna review the book named The Dragon Reborn. This is the third book of the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan, and I do completed this book right now, and I'm very excited to share my thoughts. So, if you are new to my channel, and I do follow this template of giving the overview of the book and the overall experience and the things I love and things I hate, and then the final rating. Okay, let's move on into it. And the overview of this book. So, after the incidents that took place in a torment site, the party does splits up. Matt and the female trio just move on to Tarbelan, and Perrin, Rand, and Moraine are there in Almouth Plain, and they have been somewhat surrounded by some geopolitical tensions, and they have been taken to care of it. But one night, Rand does have a dream, and in this dream, he was mentioned to go to Tyr and lift the some kind of sword, is somewhat glass type, named Calendar, and express himself as a dragon reborn to the world. So he's been guided by his dream, and he wanted to make this job successful. So he moves on to Tyr, and Moraine and Perrin, and follows them, and somehow Matt and the female trio just ends up at last ends up in the tear. So that's all the overview of this book. So my overall experience. Okay, after the Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, I does love this book more than the first two books of the series. Actually, this is more lovable than that because I will mention that later. Because I do love this. This is far better than the first two books in my eyes. Okay, so I would love to share the things I love in this book and things I hate. First of all, the things I love. There is no introduction, so there isn't any elements being introduced in this book in fresh. Okay, everything is being introduced in the first two books, and there are sufficient elements to progress the plot, and that is somewhat good. The story almost moves on the plot all the time, so this is somewhat quicks up the pace of the book, and more importantly, I loved Matt, and I'm slightly getting why Wheel of Time fandom is morely more of a Matt, okay? Because I do think Rand is somewhat slightly boring, but here Matt is somewhat really very humanly perspective. Yes, he doesn't wanted to help others. He doesn't wanted to make more money and just enjoy the world, but he can't. There's a somewhat a problem for many of us. We just act like we are just stupid and we don't care about the world, but in the end, we just care about our families, right? So he's more realistic, and his humor is somewhat very good, right? Every time he just mentions something funny to himself, uh, that is very lovable. I adore Matt characters in this book. After Perrin, Matt looks somewhat very promising in the series, and the luck aspect. This is something very new to me. Things like this never. I haven't read any books with this aspect right here. So yeah, this is very lovable. So and uh, and the second thing which I loved in the series is there is no Rand in this book. Okay, is somewhat a side character. I I don't know why I love other characters more than Rand. He's somewhat very boring for me. Um, it is somewhat hard to survive with Rand being the main protagonist. But anyway, I love everyone except Rand these times. Okay, I will let you know when I love him in the when the series progress. And Celine, she's somewhat weird, right? I don't know she's a dark friend or not, but yes, she's somewhat weird. when a girl is being described later, she's very beautiful and with the white dress. This feels something very weird. Okay, anyway, she's some kind of evil, I think so, but she also helps Rand, and I do can't able to connect all these things. Okay, let's see. And the third thing is the overall theme of the book is somewhat quite brilliant. Yes, it is somewhat a traditional aspect, just like lifting a sword. But yeah, but I love this idea. That's all. Okay, and the plot is somewhat very good. Matt, who has been going around the Camlin and just wanted to help everyone, and he came back. And Matt and the crackers, there's somewhat a good combination in the series so far. And the ending of the book is somewhat really good. Rand is not a child anymore. He just lifted the sword and he proclaimed himself as a dragon reborn to the whole world. So, yeah, there's a lot of progress is being made for this character, and I'm looking forward how he behaves hereafter. Okay, yeah, overall theme, I love more things in this book than the first two. Okay, there are some things which I hate, which I not necessarily, but I wanted to tell you this. Everyone is somewhat dreaming, right? The dreaming is being used as an aspect to progress the plot, be it Rand or Egwene or sometimes even Perrin. It's been also in this Wolf dreams, right? So that is some kind of it's somewhat repetitive in my opinion, which makes this somewhat quite boring. One character or two character it is okay, but three characters with the same ideology, that doesn't make good sense about this book. Okay, and the second thing I didn't love is Perrin and Faili, how to pronounce her. Okay, I just read her like this. Their relationship is some kind of weird when, after Min's warning, Perrin has been always cautious of the woman who was going to be, he needed to be away. And suddenly he started to loving her. This is somewhat out of box for me. Okay, something should have made the sense to love each other. And I don't think Robert Jordan is a good writer of the love between the two. Is somewhat really weird when things just happen between Egwene and Rand also. There's some and he's not good in writing love. Okay, that is all my guess by now. Let us hope things would be good for the future. Okay, so at last we came to the final segment. The overall rating of the book, which I can give, is 4 out of 5. Maybe 5 out of 5 is also possible, but I don't know. Now I stick to 4 out of 5. If I wanted to change this, I will let you know in my future of videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. And if you have watched till now, do subscribe. And yeah, that would be a motivation for me. So yeah, and yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. If you are lucky enough to witness this video in the Christmas Eve. And I try to take a photo of the star which has been glowing in front of my house, but I don't have any camera. The phone camera quality is somewhat poor, so I can't able to give it. Okay, anyway, um, image doesn't do anything. Okay, just words. Merry Christmas to you all. Bye.